Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go to Hobbies. Right, I'm a truck driver by trade. I've been doing it 41 years. And to be honest with you, it's not all it's cut out to be. You'll get very few truckers say, oh, I love this, oh, it's that, oh, it's this. There's a load of BS. I don't think I've known virtually one company that doesn't shaft you in one form or another. Why? Because they'll tell you one thing, when you get there, well, it's BS, isn't it? Every step of the way. So why do we do it? We need the money. And it's like agencies. I've done agency work for years. Let's just close that screen down so I don't get blinded by the light and my glasses. So, is it better being an agency driver? A full-time driver? I'm getting tired. Sorry. Tramper driver, 7.5 ton driver, and is it just worth it? This is from my own perspective. No, it's not. I drove for a company the other day and I said to the agency, what's the vehicle like? Oh, it's all right. Yeah, it's always a case of, it's all right. And I'm rather particular old git. I don't like driving someone's other shed. So I get in this DAV XF. Wait for the comments, you poor soul. Anyway, give the company the due. They've tried to maintain the vehicle. But problem I had was it had a EBS fault. It had low coolant. It had an indicator that worked sporadically, and it would make all the indicators flash very quickly. I think to myself, what do I do? I checked it all over and I found the O license was dated the 30th of the 4th, 24. And I thought, that's not a good sign. So I thought, what do I do? So I messaged the owner. I said to him, the O license is out of date. And said they text back and said, we've got an O license that's valid. So in that sort of situation, what do you do? What do you do? Bear with me. Sorry about that, just having a swig of coffee. You don't see my nose buried in a cup, do you? So I thought, right, I'll check my trailer, and that was okay, it was in date and everything. Check all my wheel nuts, all the lights were working and so on and so forth. Yeah, everything was alright. A few faults. But overall, it was alright. And they gave me a run to go and take these pallets to a pallet yard. Well, it wasn't an XL trailer. And when I got there, it was about 6 o'clock in the morning. Inside the warehouse, parked up, connected to the unit. And I thought, it's not an XL trailer. An XL trailer is load-bearing curtains that can withhold, I think it's 50% of a pallet's weight. and you don't have to use straps, but it's always a good idea. So anyway, it wasn't strapped. I thought, I've got another job now, I've got to strap all the load. So that being said, done what I had to, and then drove to this pallet yard, and then told me to go to a place in Derbyshire to pick a load of bags of postcrete up, and then drop them to a place in, where was it? Oh, where was it? It was off the A50 on the way to Uttoxeter, if I remember right. Yeah. Unloaded all that. And the problem is, it's been bloody cold out there. And you got wet gloves, your hands are freezing, right? And the coldness just goes all the way through you. So anyone that's thinking about becoming a lorry driver, don't. It's an absolute crap job. The money's crap, the conditions crap, the managers of transport are crap. And then you think to yourself, what have I got myself into this mess for? Why did I do this? Why? Only what I knew then, I knew now. And I might have done something different, mightn't I? But it is one hell of a crappy place to work in the industry, driving trucks. Why is it like this? Because there's drivers and there's screwdrivers. A lot of screwdrivers out there, and that's why these companies pay peanuts. Why should they pay top-notch money for someone that is an absolute muppet of a driver? Well, there you go. Dogs are going to bark, excuse me. Panic averted. Right. The thing is with the industry, there's a whole load of different types of drivers. You get me, I'm probably old school, and particular what I do. And a driver that does care and is very much on safety. I got to this place I was saying about, and there was a foreign driver in there. I said to him, I'm trying to find this unit number. Tell them what they know. Oh, it's up there. I said, whereabouts? Up there. I said, no, I didn't realise this company's got 3 Arctics, and I thought we just had one. That was the first lesson to be learned. And then he had a careless attitude. I'm not saying all foreigners are like that. I'm not saying all British people are like that. But it just seems that, I don't know. Whatever. And this is one of the reasons why us drivers, professional drivers, have got such bad names. Seeing drivers tailgate, doing absolutely ridiculous things, having a careless attitude, and can't do the job. There used to be a time where, as a HGV driver, we was classed as the kings of the road. We had a lot of respect, and it's gone. It's completely, utterly gone. Because no one respects what you do. No one cares about what you do. And the companies want to pay you as least as much as possible. And it is a complete, utter sham, to say the least. And I'll say it again. The job's had it. The job is absolutely useless. Excuse me. When you've got absolute idiots of transport managers, you've got idiots of drivers that don't know what they're doing, where they're going, the laws and the regulations, you've got no chance in whatsoever. They're either bashing the lorries or breaking things, having the loads come out the side. You name it, they do it. Agency drivers have got one of the worst names in the industry. Why? Because they don't care a flipping monkey. What is it with people? They don't care. So you're fighting against the odds to find someone who's half decent. How do you know someone's going to be half decent when you get them through that door and they'll drive your truck? If I was the transport manager, instead of the agency vetting someone, I'd want to see what they were like. I'd want to see how responsive they are when they turned up, whether they're not half pissed or high on drugs. I'm not saying that'll happen, but you don't know, do you? There was a lorry driver that killed 2 people that had been smoking cannabis. What about the drivers that driving around that have been drinking booze? It's absolutely disgraceful to think a driver would even consider drinking and driving, let alone taking drugs. This driver was a foreign driver. He was actually a Pakistani that killed these 2 people in the car. Oh, excuse me. But it doesn't make any difference to religion, what colour, creed or nationality you are. You're still a driver at the end of the day. And this is one of the reasons these companies don't care a flipping dickybirds about you or me. And the least they can pay you, the better. It's like this minimum wage. I work for a tipper company over at Warsaw, and I was getting £11.44 an hour. Okay, after 8 hours I got time off. But you was running around all the countryside like a blue-ass fly, cracking the whip, trying to get the job done, and you think to yourself, this is mad. It's bloody mad. And you think to yourself, and the transport managers, wow. I had one driver with me. He hadn't driven Arctics, right? And he's ex-army. Nothing against ex-army blokes. And he's only knew 1 speed, and that was flat out. And I thought to myself, you're going to get yourself killed, mate. If you don't get yourself killed, you're going to kill someone else. He said, I can't help it. I just got to drive everywhere fast. He'd had, what would he had? He'd got, 6 convictions of driving over the speed limit. And if that doesn't tell you, nothing does. He's a risk to everyone. Why? Because he doesn't obey the law. Because I've got the experience, I don't drive around breaking the law. Well, I try not to. And then you got these people that, all they've got on the right foot is a lump of lead, and it's flat on the floor. And you think to yourself, what on earth are these screwdrivers doing? That's what it boils down to. Absolute screwdrivers. And he said to me, I can't do what you're doing, Dave. What's that? Driving around slowly. Do you know why I drive around slowly? It's because I've seen all this crap that goes on. I've seen people lose their lives. I've seen animals splattered all over the carriageway, with their guts hanging off the trees, where they exploded where the vehicles hit them. It's absolutely horrible. I've seen decapitated people. I've seen decapitated animals. Animals lying there, still alive, bleeding to death. People laying there, bleeding to death. And there's nothing I can do. When you want to come in to be a HGV driver, have a second thought about it. Don't do it.